empires that actually face that same realization, and some of them either adapted or they fall. And we're in that stage right now, almost 250 years later. Do we actually keep on being great, or are we just going to be stuck in the past of warmongering territory? Those are the questions that we need to each ask for ourselves. So with that in mind, let's continue the video.
Reports, they don't tell you which ones are metered and which ones aren't. It could literally be one data center that's metered. So when they say that, hey, we're using new efficient cooling technology, it's like, okay, show me the proof that you're not using millions of gallons a day, which is what academics estimate, and that's what looks to be on point to me.
And so, okay, so what is your plan?
A good question. So, the companies that are behind this, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Google, Apple, they account for 41% of this data center growth. They're the main companies pushing it, and the CEOs all want to have the biggest and baddest AI fleet, but no one asked for this. So they're on a massive ego trip. These are risky decisions. And it's not even hard to see that these projects are going to fail. So China already went through their boom in 2023 and 2024, and 80% of their data centers are sitting empty. The MIT was reporting that this past year. So it's disgusting, but what ends up happening is we're still all using these companies' products, their search engines, the social media, the phones and laptops with AI embedded in them, and there's no way to turn it off. This is the new normal. It's all a part of the tech that you use. So when I talk with people about this issue, they tell me they're emphatically against data centers, but they don't realize they've already made a choice to justify the existence. So for me, the solution is a personal choice. And, this is really important to say right off the bat, because a new Wired article came out just the other day, and it shows that the FBI and local law enforcement are now suspecting anti-AI activists, and, they're on watch lists now at U.S. fusion centers. So I have to make this really, really clear. I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in sabotage. That's not the way we're going to fix this. It's all of our own personal choices and awareness that we can bring to each other. This is a peaceful solution we need to pick.
And what is the solution?
The solution is one, to replace all of our reliance on these big tech platforms, to not use your social media, to not use their phones and laptops, because they're spending billions of dollars on this stuff, and it is harvesting your data. So, on a normal Google phone today, you have Google Gemini, which can't be turned off. It is hoovering from what you're typing in on the keyboard to your emails that are coming in. Apple Intelligence is doing the same thing on their end. So if you cut them off from their data, there's really no point to having a data center. So it will take a massive movement for people to replace the reliance, but there are solutions. The Above phone has been around for 5 years now. It's a popular de-Googled phone that I'm sure your audience has heard of in some way. And I'm calling for everyone to ditch their big tech devices, throw them out, and replace them with better stuff.
So you're saying that I should get rid of my iPhone and use an Above phone?
Yes, or something like it, right? Like these de-Googled phones are, they do everything a normal phone can do. In fact, I'll bring it up on the screen here.
Ooh.
Well, this would make you the new Elon Musk if everybody switched over to your phone, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think so, because the way the products are designed is to reduce people's reliance. They're local first, right? So, Elon's made some big moves this year to make X's API private and to charge for that info. Everything we're doing at Above is open source and self-hostable, which means that even though we run it on our data center and it's ran very private, it's anything that you can do. You can take it home. You can do it yourself. And I think the communities of the future are going to be responsible for their own services, their own internet services. So this is what the phone looks like, right? It's no different than a normal phone, but you have alternatives for everything, right? I could go to NewPipe and I could watch the Jimmy Dore show here. And actually, I can listen to it without ads. So there aren't ads on anything that you see on this app. And you can even download the video directly to your phone, right? So this is how we start breaking down the middlemen and having less reliance on them, and actually keep the data on our own devices where it belongs.
So instead of using the YouTube app you use a different app on your above phone to watch YouTube videos?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. There's one, the operating system, which we'll talk about that, but basically removing the reliance of Google and Apple services for everything. And then there's also the apps that you use. Normally, if you use an app, I'll just use an example here. We'll go to this application store called the Aurora Store, and we're going to log in anonymously because we don't even need any sort of account to log into it. And then we can you can still get all the apps that you would normally use here, but to give you an example of what you would find on a normal app is a bunch of trackers. So you go in here and you scroll down and you see that there's 9 additional companies within this application. 9 additional companies. So, Google, Branch, Facebook. And so when you use above phone, you're actually using alternative apps, which are completely open source. They don't have these third-party companies in them. They don't have this hidden nasty stuff. So yeah, it's all about what the apps and software don't have.
You know what? This guy actually made me think of a good idea, like starting my own laptop and iPhone company, aka Ambient X, which is very similar to Above, but it's going to be a completely different company compared to that one. And yes, it will directly compete against big tech, but and probably in a much bigger way than what they're doing. I'm like, where it is.
Are you tired of your corporate overlords owning you? It's time that you own your freedom with RetroFocus 85. It will save 20% of your entire order, regardless if you're new and old customer. You get to apply this promo code on nomadicpath.com. And if you act right now before September 15th, 2026, you will actually save a significant amount of money, your freedom and liberty, and your life. Act right now before September 15th, 2026.
Which, by the way, it's in early concept right now and progress as well at this moment. I mean, unlike Nomadic Path, this one is going to be very different. So yeah, I've made a list of companies that I'm competing against with my future businesses after Nomadic Path actually does extremely well. So it's in development at this time. But enough of the futurist dreams over there. This is a game changer right there. This is a huge game changer. And not very many people actually notice that there are third-party companies. And I'm like, dang. So they've been doing this all this time just to harvest data. And then next thing you know, these data centers are being created. Almost 5,000 of them, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, that sounds like pollution territory to me. I don't know about y'all, but this is extreme pollution waiting to happen. Very similar to what happened to India. I mean, can you imagine India having 7,000? Oh my gosh. They're going to completely protest and turn it into a giant turd territory. That's what it's going to happen. In America, we do nothing because we're numb to all the violence, all the sexuality, and all of this degeneracy and harmful harassment. Yeah, that's what we've turned into. We went from revolutionary leaders to dumb consumers 250 years later. That's the state of America right now. And as an American myself, that is a very big concern. And there are people that are like this. And yeah, we will be showing countless videos of people making stupid decisions like credit card debt, doing some crazy amount of theft, regardless if it's a consumer, politician, or a business leader. Like those big tech companies that we're talking about right now. Did they ask the people to get sent their data? No, they just did it. With flock cameras, which is actually a very big hot topic right now. And then there's the endless wars, and then there's the Palantirs, the Black Rocks, and all these corporations, kind of like Idiocracy talked about, which I still haven't watched the movie yet, but I should take a look at it and actually see how far our society has become. Because if we actually don't say no to any of these crazy demands that would destroy not only an individual, but the country as well, we're going to see something very similar to what Idiocracy really is right now. It's insane. And I just can't believe that we've gotten to that point. Even years later after discovering the truth, it's still shocking. So, yeah, human nature really shouldn't be put in a bottle. No, it should be let out freely, which is why the founding fathers created the Constitution for a reason, because of this amount of tyrannical power. The tyrants are going to be like, ooh, if we harvest their data, it's going to be like Monsters Inc. Well, unfortunately, they are almost completely successful. Almost. But sadly, their plans are going to be coming to a halting end at some point. But now the real question is, do we have the common sense and collective consciousness to push back? That's the real question that we each have to ask, regardless of how small or big our numbers really are. We got to have a way to push it back with the tools that we have. That's the way it's done.
I'd never heard of this. And you know, I'm in this space, so that's wild. Has anybody here ever heard of this?
I haven't heard of it, but I have a question. I'm curious, like, how is somebody not going to come in and just buy it from you? How are they going to not just go, hey, you know what? I want to take you over. How are you not going to get,
Yeah, like if Google offers you $20 billion, are you going to say no?
I'm going to say no because that's my karma. And I honestly don't need that much
Love
money.
that guy.
You know, this company is doing well. I started it with $2,000 in my pocket in 2021, and our mission is to support people and stay independent. So there's no outside investors with a stake or voting rights, and we want to keep it that way because that's how this should be done. So like the whole reason I even started this AI thing is because our customers were asking us to build an AI service. Now we're already running an email service, calendar, video conferencing, and a search engine, file sharing, and more. But I started to look into this AI service, so that's why we're doing it. And it's a human effort, right? I'm not saying that what I'm asking people to do today is easy. It's like moving a house. You do have to move over all this data. And God knows Google and Apple don't make it easy. They are very threatened. So they make it a walled garden that's hard to escape. But just through people power, through the people in this company and through our educational guides and resources, we make it as easy as possible. And at the end of the day, it's worth it.
Oh, good.
So if Google approached me for $20 million, I wouldn't take it because there's a mission that matters more.
30 million?
No, billion. I mean, they bought Instagram for $20 billion. They would just give them they have unlimited resources. So,
do these phones right now cost like on average about $1,500? What's the average phone cost?
Yeah, good question. The cheapest phone started around $700-800, and the newest generation of phones cost about $1,000, and then our most expensive phones cost, like what you were saying, $1,600 or so.
Oh.
So if I buy the phone, does it come with all these? So if I buy the above phone, I don't ever have to use a YouTube app, and I can still have all the YouTube videos I want to watch and all the same kind of interaction that I have normally on YouTube.
Good question, Jimmy. Yeah, so because you're not logging in, you can't do stuff like commenting, but you can still consume all the videos. Yes, so yeah, it's just.
Yeah, that's the one problem I have with the above phone is stating your opinion. And I get it, they're privacy first, but if I were him, I would add the comment button because we need to hear people's opinions. The only problem I have with the above phone is that they don't have the comment section. Because let's be fair, that's what made Apple and Google so popular, is having the comment section and the reviews. Now, I get it. There are pros and cons to everything. Although above is looking pretty good right now, I'm probably not going to buy their phones because I'm actually building my own one. Well, we're building the future of it right now, as of today.
If you enjoy videos like this, and you're actually interested in videos like this one that just happened recently, do me a favor, like and share and comment down below and subscribe to this channel right here and right now. With that in mind, I'll see you in the next video, Innovator.